It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson.
And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run in the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Moore graded high on the scale with speed, hands, and route running ability entering the 2021 draft, but had limited chances in his first 2 years with the Jets. Cleveland brought him in to give him a chance to grow into the starter many expected. It sure looks like they made the right decision there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down and 8.
Rodgers going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from 28 yards out. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Jackson options out left, and he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Jackson now. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet. But I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Now it's Jackson. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That is incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. It certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
First down, Ravens.
Back to the ground here. Mitchell.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A 77-yard punt return.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Browns 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Browns are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. He's still on his feet. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. 3rd in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look at?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second and 9 from the 44. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll give this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Jackson on second down, eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. That's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
Chubb. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
It's 3rd and goal.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. Nick Chubb.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing is Jackson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mitchell now off the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from Big Damon Tomlinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him, it leads to an incompletion as we just saw there. That's winning football.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 71 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Second down, here's Chubb again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But sometimes, bro, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. In motion is Grant. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Big 3rd down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
First down, Baltimore.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing, Jackson.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. An option give now to Mitchell.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Right back to Mitchell here.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now 2nd and 4. Jackson going to run.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.